Hi, I'm Vernon Brandt, founder of 3STRAND Incorporated, and you are at 3 Minute at 3STRAND. And thank you for sharing your time with me today. We're going to continue our discussion on Dave Willis's article, 5 Things Every Wife Desires and Deserves. And you can find this article at marriagetoday.com. Look up Dave Willis. We discussed putting her first in our last discussion, and today's topic is a very, very close second. And according to Dave Willis, it's every wife desires and deserves open, consistent communication. You know, it's been said communication is one of the greatest things that can lead to a healthy marriage, and I got to agree. But a lot of times we just get in trouble with communication because we don't know how to communicate. You know, a wife's desire to have communication is right up there with a man's desire for sex. So communication is vitally important. So why do we have such a hard time with communicating as men? A lot of times it boils down to we just don't have the words in us. You know, biology has shown that women have almost 3 times as many words that they want to use every day as men do. Men are very nurturing and communicative, whereas men, we're doers. We're action oriented. We don't want to talk about things. So when we talk, a lot of times we mess up. And statistics show that 70% of our communication ends in confusion because we don't know what we're saying, we don't know what we're doing. And why is that? Because a lot of our words, the actual verbal content of our communication is such a small part of what we communicate. Our body language, our tone of voice, our speed of speech, all these things can lead to misunderstandings. And you know, John Gottman's found that in marital conflict, 80% of all marital conflict is based in communication error. So we got to know how to communicate with our wives, guys. So here's what we need to do. Make ample time to communicate with your wife. And we want to be honest and open with her. We're not hiding any secrets. We're not not telling her things. A lot of times we'll keep little skeletons in the closet. We got to be open and honest in our communication. Number 2, when we're making good time, that time has to be quality time in communication. That means we're not watching TV, we're not looking at our phone, we're not scrolling through emails on our computer. Technology is out of the way. The kids are not in our at our feet, and that can be difficult at times for husbands and wives with small children. But you have to make ample time, and that time has to be quality. Another thing to think about is when we communicate, don't think about what you're going to say next. A lot of times misunderstandings develop because we're thinking about what we want to say instead of what the other person wants us to hear. So don't speak in order to be heard. Communicate in order to listen and understand. So listen, we can have a whole teaching on communication, but Dave Willis believes communication, open and honest communication with our wives is very high on the list. I got to agree. So if you find value in these little talks, just follow me along on Instagram TV. You can look at my website, www.3strandinc.org. Follow me on Facebook or LinkedIn. And I look forward to talking to you again. Again, Vernon Brandt with 3STRAND Incorporated. Have a great day. Bye-bye.